I'm going to be going over right now the video lecture on, or video demo on how to do the first Photoshop assignment. Photoshop 1, build a D6. So we're going to be making a dice today. We're going to make a custom dice. Each of you will be making a custom dice. So what I've given you is a Maya project folder because we're going to use Maya to help us visualize what we're doing in Photoshop. So you're going to download this project. Hopefully you're all familiar with the mechanics of that by now. Click on it, click the little download arrow. It's probably going to go into your downloads by default. Move that file once you uncompress it, the folder with the files in it. Move that to wherever you are most comfortable with it. And then go into Maya and set your project. So when you have your project set, so I'm just going in here, set my project to PS1, build a dice. And then I'm going to pop this open, and you'll see PS1 D6 if you've done it right. And now I have, it just looks like a cube. Now what I've done is I've already set up the UV map layout for you folks. So you don't have to do that. Cool, I'm just recording a lecture over here, no biggie. Great. Great. So I have my UV editor open. So there's really only two things that we're going to be using Maya for on this assignment at all. The first step is to get the UV snapshot out of Maya and into Photoshop. And then at the end of this, the step will be bringing the texture from Photoshop into Maya within a material. So all I'm doing, open up my file, open up my UV editor. I'm going to select this object in object mode. And then in my UV editor, all you need to do is go to Image, UV Snapshot. Now, if you paid any amount of attention yesterday, which I hope that you did, so you'll see, first things first, I already have my project set. So it's going to go save this file it makes into my Images folder of my project. And again, Images folder is where things leaving Maya go. You'll see it'll be named by default Out UV. That is fine. And then the only thing that you will need to mess with is the image format. By default is going to be this Maya IFF. Just like we talked about yesterday and the day before, Targa files are what Maya enjoys working with, so save the image format as a Targa. So this is going to save outuv.targa in my images folder. All right, hit apply and close, and that is that. So actually I don't need to close the scene. So I'm just going to go into Photoshop and open this up. Yeah. So it's going to be looking for, hitting open. So I got to go find my Photoshop 1. Where's Photoshop 1? PS1. Oh, I scrolled past it. Okay, PS1, build a D6. In my images folder, I will find Out UV. Yes. And open it up. So this is the UV snapshot. Now looking at my UV layout in the UV editor, you will notice that I have arranged the mapped shells. So I laid them out in between the 0 and 1 space in the UV editor so that when it takes a snapshot, I could get this arrangement. Now, one thing I have done for you in my arrangement of faces is that sides opposite one another are left and right of each other. So top, bottom, one side, other side, one side, opposite side. Now what is the characteristic of a D6 that involves both sides of the dice? What is a characteristic of both sides of two sides of a D6? Does anyone know what I'm referencing?
They add 7.
Thank you. Yes, a D6. Opposing sides of a dice will add up to 7. So 1 is opposite 6, 2 is opposite 5, 3 is opposite 4, right? So you'll know now in Photoshop, this and this are opposites, this and this are opposites, this and this are opposites. So I'm going to just go now to my web browser, and we're going to look up stuff that represents each number on our dice. So I'm going to start with we are number 1. Boom. I did this last period, so that's why I knew exactly where I was going. So got we are number 1 representing the number 1 on my dice. Go ahead and paste that into Photoshop. So all you need to do is Windows key V for paste or Command V. And now, did I not copy it? Copy image. Paste image. Oh no. Pause. Okay, profanity aside. I'm back. So I'm gonna paste in. Please and thank you. So I went to Google. I right-clicked and copied this image, and then in Photoshop, I'm just going to Windows key V or Command V and paste this in. Now, we're only really going to need to do 2 things when we're working in Photoshop besides save, obviously, open and save. Those are free space. So I need to move this up to my corner here. And so I am editing layer 1. As you can see, I now have a second layer in here from pasting in my image. And I'm going to use Windows key T for free transformation, free transform. And while I am doing that, you'll see this little box comes up. You can grab the corners and then resize your image however you want. Now, I want this image to stay in proportion with its original proportion, so I'm going to hold Shift. So again, I'm dragging from one of the corners, and then I'm holding Shift to keep in proportion, and I'm just going to fit it loosely over this box. So I want to completely overlap the box so that it shows edge to edge on the face. So if I've done 1, now I need to do 6. So I'm going to do SEAL Team 6 insignia. This is the one I used last time. So I got this. Again, you just copy the image, paste the image. So this one is 6, so I needed to go opposite the number 1. Move it up into this corner here. You can use the arrow keys to move things as well. And then again, Command T for free transformation. Scale it to fit the square, a little bit bigger than the square. All right, so I have 1 and 6. Now I need to do 2 and 5. So let's do this. This one. There we go. So now I got Ash flashing the victory sign, so that'll be my number 2. So I'll move this over here. Command T again. Hold Shift and drag from the corner to scale this up. All right, there's the number 2. All right, so for 5, what did I put for 5? I forget what I did last period. We'll do this. I want there to be 5 of them in the image though. Okay, perfect. So we got 5 Nights at Freddy's for another number 5. For any of you that remember such an ancient meme. Alright, so I'll scale this down. Actually, I need it to be bigger than the box though, so I'm going to have to... whatever. Yeah, if there's some black space on yours, that's fine. So like, I'm gonna just put some black space top and bottom of my 5 Nights at Freddy's so that I can fit all the characters on there. All right, so now I need to do 3 and 4. What should I do for 3? Oh, I'll do the Triforce. That makes a lot of sense. Wait, which one? Where is it? Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? want to like... Alright, we'll use the potato quality one here. This one's 3,000 pixels? I'm not pasting that. That's insanity. There we go. That's a crappy... Why does it have HD in the watermark? What is wrong with you people? It's not HD. It's 200 pixels.
You can easily Photoshop that out. Just pick it.
Yeah, but that's not the point of today's assignment. Okay, here we go. Trinity Force. Cool. Trinity Force. Alright, cool. We got Trinity Force. And then for 4... Alright, and then for 4, we'll use Jin. Okay, so now I have 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. And again, all we were doing is copying and pasting from Google and then moving them using the move tool up here and then using free transform, which is again Windows key T or Command T, and then from the corners, shift while you're dragging from the corners to scale it in proportion. So when you have all 6 of your boxes covered, then all you need to do, File, Save As, and so this came in from the Images folder in our project. We want to put it back in our project, but this time it's going into Maya, so we want it in Source Images folder. And this will be a Targa file as well. You don't need to worry about saving a Photoshop document copy on this assignment. In the future, you will want to do that, so you can return to your textures in case you make a mistake. But we're just going to save this out, Targa. I'm going to name it d6.targa. Save. Hopefully you remember the answer to this question from yesterday. How many bits per pixel?
32.
Shut up, Kunal. And that's in the video. So, 24 bits per pixel. Thank you, folks. I know you're memeing. So, alright, so that's done. All I need to do, back in Maya in object mode, assign our good buddy, Lambert or Blinn, either one, add a color file, add our new D6 texture, which, again, we saved it into source images because Maya knows to look in source images for textures. There's our texture. Hit open. And then you'll be saying, yo, Mr. Meyer didn't show up. Oh my god, I screwed it up. It's terrible. Press 6. Press 6 to display textures. And there is your dice. So we got number 1, number 6. We got number 2, number 5. We got number 3. We got number 4. Oh no. Wait, I got it. 3 and 4. There we go. 3 and 4. Alright, and that's it. That is doing the Photoshop 1 dice.